I've caught up to the target. He's still somewhere inside the border. He appears to be headed for the cockpit. Holmes' noble phantasm is still active. This is our chance to take Sigurd down. And right. Huh? There's nobody here. No signs of a struggle either. What in the... It looks like the side hatch is open. You sure about this, old man? If you give him that, we'll be... Stop that! Shut your mouth before he kills us all. We don't have any other choice, trust me. Here, this is the paper moon you said you were looking for. Go on, take it. Normally, we'd keep it hidden, but you're so strong that I decided to give it to you as a reward. I'm surprised. You humans are seldom so intelligent. Still, I didn't think you'd give it up so easily. I heard this thing was your lifeline. It may be our lifeline, but you are a threat to our actual lives. That thing certainly won't help fill our bellies. Now go on. You got what you came here for. Whoops. Oh no. You got what you came here for, didn't you? You don't have any further business with us, right? Without the paper moon, we're just helpless drifters. At this point, it's only a matter of time until we die on our own. There's no reason for you to sully your hands with the blood of insignificant specks like us, is there? So why not just be on your way then? You got a point. This sword wasn't made for cutting up useless meat. Yes, I made it out alive again. Hold it right there. I don't think so. Oh. Right. You need to give back that compass right now, Sigurd. No, things were going so well. Have you gone mad picking a fight with that scary knife guy? Oh, the human and the hybrid, huh? Do you still not see how outclassed you are? I see. So you got a little boost from the heroic spirit who doesn't know when he's beaten. Fine. I suppose you're worth killing. You two obviously don't know when to quit either. Alright. It wouldn't hurt to put this body through its paces a little more anyway. Give me your best shot. I'll humor you and take this at least halfway seriously. You better believe we will. We're not backing down until you leave our ship one way or another. Heh, now you're telling me to leave, Alright then, tell me your names. I hear that's what human heroes are supposed to do. I'm magecraft. And I'm Dante Yeager. I got it. I'll probably forget them shortly. Fine with us. Come on, master. Let's get our paper moon back from Sigurd. Conceit, overconfidence, arrogance, pride. You humans never change, huh? You're just like the gods. Gods? Call us whatever you want. You may even be right. But be that as it may, neither Senpai nor I will back down. This time, we've got Holmes cheering us on. And Sigurd, if anyone's going to back down here, it will be you. Here he comes. Good. Using a command seal. Ha! There. I got him. Phew. That blow had all of our magical energy behind it, but mine and Senpai's, and thanks to Holmes's help, I'm sure it was very powerful. It may not have been true Baritsu, but I'm certain you felt it anyway. Your spirit core should be damaged in several places now. Please leave, Sigurd. My spirit core, huh? What about it? What about it? Wait. I can't see where he... Mosh! Senpai, my exoskeleton's drive is failing. I've only got a little magical energy left. No, not yet. I can't afford to fall yet. Senpai. Run over to her. Stop! Don't move. Ooh. So, what was that just now? Something only a hybrid could do? I was pretty surprised to hear you put all your magical energy into that attack. Never thought I'd see a hunter be so chatty before they were about to take down their quarry. No, that's not right. You're not hunters or heroes. You're probably not warriors either. Senpai! Come on, move! Ooh. Or to next, please. You poor pathetic children. This is an act of mercy. Rejoice, I will behead you with the sword of your own beloved hero. Pitiful humans, neither you nor the world have any future to look forward to. No, stop, Senpai, please. Use another command cell on me, Senpai. Don't bother. You'll be dead long before you get a chance to summon your magical energy. Farewell. He used to look away. His sword swung through the air, slicing even the wind. There was no blood. There was no spray from the neck. No gruesome sound of meat being cleaved from bone. Dante Yeager's head remained attached to his shoulders. He was still alive. If the tip of Cigar's demonic sword had come even a hair's breadth closer, Dante Yeager's life would have ended. But that didn't happen. The red blade stopped dead in its tracks right before reaching its mark. His sword stopped mid-swing. Master! I guess this is what they call a hero's pride. You got lucky, child. Master! Please don't move. I'm afraid his kick injured me pretty badly. So, please just stay still for now. No. Senpai. Mosh! So I almost died. What the hell is going on with Sigard? Ugh. Hello, Kaiser with your, Sarah B. Fu. Sarah B. Fu. I'm back, Ophelia. That was fast. Did you retrieve the paper moon void reality observation device that once belonged to the Atlas Institute as I instructed? You'd better not have broken it, did you? Don't ask me. I can't get used to these man-made toys for the life of me. You want your little golden treasure so badly, take a look for yourself. Good. This is definitely the real thing. Why don't you hang on to it for me? Don't let anyone else have it, no matter what. After all, you're the strongest being in all of Scandinavia, with the exception of Her Majesty. Her Majesty? Oh, I'm sure. So now that I've fulfilled my duties as a servant, do I get some kind of reward? How about it, Master Ophelia? Famorosolim. Well done, Saber, my most powerful knight. I have no other work for you for the time being. Feel free to rest up and relax for a while. How does that sound as a reward? It says, I'm mentally picturing the paper golden moon as an origami moon made out of gold metallic paper. That is oddly specific. That works. Oh, and may I say something? Sure. Would you mind not staring at me with those red eyes? Huh? Heh, you're a funny one. You think you've got room to talk when it comes to unusual eyes, Ophelia. Never mind about me. We have the paper moon right now. That's all that matters. The all-terrain void transporter shadow border. It may be the only one of its kind in existence able to do the impossible, but without the paper moon serving as its eyes, it's useless. I commend Chaldea for destroying the Russian Lostbelt, but without the shadow border, they can go no further. This is where their journey ends. Now there is effectively no one left who will interfere with Lord Kershitara. Now all that remains is... Hehe, I'm glad to see you in such high spirits, Ophelia. Are these high spirits born of true romance or mere puppy love? Puppy love. Even after thousands of years of attempting to do so, I cannot quite grasp the concept of love, though I know you humans speak of it often. Tell me, what does it taste like? Is it sweet, perhaps spicy, even fury? All of the above, depending. Your Majesty? I never took you for one to smile upon gaining a new toy. I see that even you have a soft side. Now, what of this tree of emptiness? I believe you called it. How is that faring? It's coming along well. Even now, it continues to grow larger in its garden. Anyway, away from any who might observe or interfere. Since there is no opposing factions in this Scandinavian Lostbelt, there should be nothing to interfere with its growth. Faction? I must confess I am unfamiliar with that word. I suppose we do hear the occasional lone wolf howl, but that is of no consequence. If anything, it helps to pass the time. Still, I suppose if they were to form a pact, that could be somewhat troublesome. Don't you agree, Ophelia? Yes, I do. My world, my Scandinavia, is a land and where peace reigns far and wide. There has never been conflict among its people, not once. The wild beasts to devour their prey, of course, but that is as far as it goes. Pointless conflict is a foreign concept to man and beast alike, as is resentment. The worst that ever happens is a single wolf's howling, don't you think? I do. Under your rule, this world of Scandinavia has become one of the great embodiments of peace. Hehe. The way you say that, Ophelia, it sounds as though there are other worlds that have achieved similar peace. How adorable. Surely you jest. This Lostbelt stability is of vital importance, Your Majesty. It is the key to growing our tree. All you need to do is continue ruling as you always have. You truly are a selfless young woman, aren't you, Ophelia? Femme Marsolone. I suppose I should commend you for your diligence, but it takes more than that to be a queen. Do you understand me, Ophelia? If not, I suggest you learn. With all due respect, Your Majesty, I am no queen. Haha. Why did you take it? My land has no place for avarice. If you would protect and obey me as your queen, you would do well to remember that. I believe you called it a compass, I see, so the hospitality of my ice castle is not enough for you. Surely you haven't forgotten, every bit of snow and ice blanketing this world is a part of me. As I preside over all that is pure white, nothing can elude me. I know and see all that takes place within my land. I can hear it too. The breath of all living creatures, their cries, their fluttering. I can hear the howl of the wind, the sympathy of leaves overlapping, and of course, the words of humans. That goes for the crew of the Shadow Border as well. As I speak, they are erecting a bounded field to keep the giants away. How touching, how pitiful. I see they too are humans. They guard their lives closely so that they may grow and survive. Saber, didn't I tell you that you were free to kill everyone there except Mosh? I can't tell you humans apart. Why you? Heh. How delightful, hee hee hee. You certainly are blunt, Dragon Slayer. Nonetheless, Ophelia, it seems you still fail to understand my methods. Why kill them? With all due respect, Your Majesty, because the Chaldeans who live in the Shadow Border are our enemies. Our enemies, If you want me to kill them all right now, I'll go take care of it. Don't. I don't want you killing Mosh Kurilite. Interesting. I don't believe I've ever seen that look on your face, Ophelia. You never so much as batted an eye when it came to that archer, but just now, I could have sworn I saw a look of genuine concern on your face. Interesting. I take it this Kurilite person means something to you, then? Well, Ophelia. Forgive me, Your Majesty, I cannot answer that question. Hee. You truly are adorable, Ophelia. Very well, I shall forgive you this once. As for you, Knight, do not kill them. I forbid it. My snow and ice is an expression of my love, not of death. I will not tolerate anyone staining its pure white with crimson. Is that clear? Love is a wonderful thing. If you ever come to know it yourself, take care not to lose it. You must cradle it in your hands and hold it close, hold it tight. If you are not careful, loveless flames may throw everything out of balance. That is how it has been since the gods first came to be. Is that clear, Ophelia, Sir Knight? Yes, Your Majesty, I will not forget it. She saved my ass, apparently. Love, huh? No, I won't let what happened to Kadak happen to me. I will not fail. I will do everything I can to help Lord Kursitara. I will feed on the other Lostbelts and make certain I live up to his hopes for me. Feed? You always get that look on your face whenever you speak of the tree, Ophelia. Do you not like it here? Do you feel as though you don't belong? And Orlande? No, I don't think that. My mother was Scandinavian, albeit in proper human history. This is my homeland of a sorts. I would never hate it here, quite the opposite. I feel as though some part deep inside of me is more at peace than it's been in a long time. Even the air tastes better here. I love this place. The Queen does keep surprising me with how generous she can be, but I don't mind that either. You love it, you say? Yes, I do. I was glad when I found myself here after my coffin was opened. I really mean that. Which is why I'm proud it's my job as a crypter to tend to the tree. It's a crucial life form, a necessary one. Necessary for this Kashitara man, you mean? For this Lostbelt, didn't I already tell you 3 about it? Yes, you did. I've logged your current statements in my memory. I'll go ahead and link them to our shared memories now. I've received a question from Hilder. She wants to know why you always have that bitter look when you talk about the tree if you don't dislike it here. Bitter? Well, because it makes me keenly aware of how powerless I really am. Even if the tree does grow to maturity, the most I can do to hope to do is keep it that way. It's very unlikely this world will change unless I use my serious light. You want to change this land, Ophelia. Sometimes you don't. We can analyze, but we can't make judgment calls. All we can do is follow the orders we're programmed with. Did you forget, Cryptor? We aren't humans. We only exist to carry out our master's orders. Yes, I remember. There again. Huh? I'm sorry you had the same look on your face as when you discussed the tree. So I responded the same way Thrond would, now that our statements have synced up. I see. Then I'm afraid that even between the three of you, your analysis must still be incomplete. Ah, my ear. Ahem. Are all present and accounted for? Then, let's get this briefing underway, technical advisor. You got it. Okay, let's start with a review of our current situation. First of all, it's been about 20 hours since yesterday's attack. Thanks to all your valiant efforts, we were able to avoid the worst case scenario. But I'm afraid we're still not doing well, all told. When Sigurd, whom we believe to be a Lostbelt servant, broke into the Shadow Border's cockpit yesterday, he made off with our void reality observation device, the Paper Moon. That's right, of all the things for him to take. Hey, he didn't exactly steal it from us, did he? You gift wrapped the damn thing for him. Why the hell would you do something like that? Even Sigurd found it weird. You think I was giving him a present, you fool? I'll have you know that was me playing ahead. He didn't look at all like the gentle sort, so I wrapped the Paper Moon carefully to ensure that he wouldn't break or damage it. Wait, you did? Really? Alright. You can argue all you want later. Between the emergency exit attempt, wait, what? It says between the emergency exit, attempted emergency dive, and Sigurd's attack, the damage to the Shadow Border is extensive. Frankly, it's a miracle that none of us died. Although, how's Holmes doing? I'm worried too. I haven't spoken to him since that battle, is he? It's not good. If he pushes himself even a little, he'll die. He has to stay completely still while he recuperates. He didn't just lose an arm, you know. He also got inscribed with a primordial rune of death. A primordial rune? The lost Norse runes are one of the foundations of magecraft. Mages have partially reproduced them, but they pale in comparison to the original ones from the Age of Gods. Still, that doesn't mean they're not handy. They can be chanted very quickly, which makes them very useful in a lot of situations. For example, we used a whole bunch of them for Dr. Jaeger's mystic code like Gundir. At any rate, the primordial runes are powerful stuff. According to Norse myth, Odin made most of the world out of Ymir, with the exception of the runes. No, the runes were a different matter. Odin discovered them after offering up his own life. Their shapes contain the depths of the world itself. I guess you could call them the pathway to truth that Odin discovered. If you inscribe the runes for death, then there's no escaping it no matter what. If your flesh and blood, that is. Flesh and blood? Then since Holmes is a heroic spirit, does that mean he can be cured? You got it. A gold star for you, Mosh. I have no idea what you're saying, Fo. Oh, if you want to lavish me with praise for my genius in putting together a recovery pod for either bodies on such short notice, you just go right ahead. You deserve some thanks too, Dante Edgar. I'm sorry you had to try to heal him with your Mr. Code so many times, but it was thanks to you that Holmes didn't disappear before I could finish the recovery pod. It's fine, don't worry about it. Well, thanks again. I'm sure he'll want to thank you too once he's back on his feet. That said, for the time being, Holmes will essentially be comatose. I know you're anxious, Gordy, but that's Mr. Gordoff to you, technical advisor. Need I remind you that we are still in a briefing? And on that note, let's get down to brass tacks. Mosh Kurelai Danseyaga, I have decided on a new mission for you. I trust you already know what it is, but I'll explain anyway. We have lost both the paper moon and one of our heroic spirits, well, temporarily, in the latter case at least. The situation may be dire, but it's not going to improve by us sitting around twiddling our thumbs, which means the goal of this mission is to turn things around and keep moving forward. Oh, sorry, I stole your thunder, didn't I? Teehee. Hey, what? I can giggle if I want. Alright, moving on. This mission has 3 main objectives: recovering the paper moon, cutting down the tree of emptiness, and finding a path to the North Sea. I understand why we need to get the paper moon back, since we can't continue our journey without it. But why is cutting down the tree of emptiness part of this mission too? It has always been the mission, part of the mission, Mosh. We destroyed the other one. An excellent question. As you'll recall, Cigar didn't come here to kill us. He came to steal the paper moon. Why would he do that if he belonged to this Lostbelt? Simply put, he wouldn't, never in a million years. The only ones who would consider the paper moon a threat are the cryptors, especially now that they've lost Russia. In which case, it makes sense to assume that he is one of the cryptor servants. So this Lostbelt already knows we're here, which means, right, there's no avoiding a fight, and if we're going to have to do that, we might as well take down the tree of emptiness while we're at it, yeah? Correct. Once the cryptors realize the tree of emptiness is in danger, we can be certain that, they will have some sort of response. And when they do, that will be, and when they do, that will be the perfect chance for us to take the paper moon back. Maybe I'm being a little overly optimistic here, but I'd say this plan is absolutely foolproof. Anyways, there's a ton of work to do before we get to that. First order of business, we need to conduct a thorough investigation of this Lostbelt. And since we have to stay here and repair the border, I'm afraid that will fall to the two of you again. You okay with that? We're on it. Still, I'm a little worried about leaving the border with Holmes in such critical condition. What if you get attacked again? I get where you're coming from, but it seems pretty clear that Cigar was only after the paper moon. Both Gordy and I figured he'll leave us alone now that he's got what he came for. I still don't get why he'd want a void reality observation device in the first place. To slow us down maybe. Wouldn't it have been faster to just kill us all off and be done with it? Well, yeah, that's true. Honestly, that seemed to be what he wanted to do too. But there's not much point in I'm speculating now. Anyways, let's start by going over. Whoops. Let's start going over a few things. We need to make sure we're all on the same page for this Lostbelt after all. First things first, the Norse mythology we know from proper human history. Scandinavia used to be home to all sorts of gods, giants, and other mystics, just like the Age of Gods in other areas. But then in 1000 BC, about 3000 years ago, Mount Ketla erupted and Ragnarok began. It brought an end to that entire reality, essentially Scandinavia's own Age of Gods. Yeah, but at the end of Ragnarok, aren't the gods supposed to be revived? It doesn't just kill them, it's supposed to revive them. The gods, the giants, even the phantasmals in the region, along with all their myths and legends, were completely wiped out. At least that's the conventional wisdom in the mages community. Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, that was the conflict that brought an end to the gods in Norse mythology, right? That's right. Loki's mischief eventually begot all sorts of disasters, culminating with Muspel fire giants invading from Muspelheim and the land of flames, Muspelheim. In fact, what most believe to have been an enormous eruption from Mount Ketla was actually a fire giant invasion. It's said that during Ragnarok, Odin was eaten by Fenrir, the great wolf of ruin, and that many gods died in a fearsome clash with the giants. Before Surtur, the fury king of giants and ruler of Muspelheim, laid waste to all the land with his flaming sword. Yep. And once the gods and giants had vanished from Scandinavia, that was when the age of humanity began. That was when most of mystics was lost and civilization rapidly advanced. Foo 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 foo. Basically, yep. The idea that the reality texture covered the world disappeared along with Scandinavia's Age of Gods. Oh, by the way, hello, Cyril says. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Scandinavia's Age of Gods was more of a presumption courtesy of mages from proper human history. That does differ a bit from regular historical records, though. The oldest known record we have of Mount Ketla erupting goes back to AD 930. There just aren't any records of what happened all the way back in 1000 BC. That tracks if the entire texture was wiped out. Again, conventional wisdom says that we only have bits and pieces left over now because of this entire texture disappearing. You really do love your conventional wisdom, don't you, director? But what's wrong with that? Many notable authorities support that theory. I'm told it's all but common knowledge in the clock towers. There's archaeology department and the Mulastia faction, to be precise. Okay, I butchered the hell out of that. When you get right down to it, there's still a lot we don't know. In proper human history, we never did get the full picture of the Scandinavian Age of Gods, so all we have are a lot of vague guesses patched together from whatever small remnant we could find. But hey, that's pretty much the case everywhere. However, that is obviously not the case for this version of Scandinavia, not by a damn sight. I'm guessing that here in this Scandinavian Lostbelt, the Age of Gods never ended. We have run into giants. Does that mean there are gods here too? That would seem to follow. Maybe, maybe not. If we are still in the age of gods here, then there may well be gods kicking around too, but at this point we really can't say for sure. One of the big questions we need to answer is, when did this Lostbelt diverge from proper human history? The other is, given the giants we've run into, we could be certain that it is still before the AD era and that Age of Gods level mystics still exists, but we don't know yet, know why that is. So, those are the two big questions. When and why. We should feel a lot better once we have the answers. So, we want to know the time period this Lostbelt diverged from proper human history and why it happened in the first place. Right. You are Mosh. At this point, I think it could have diverged around 3,000 years ago, around the time of Ragnarok, in proper human history's Scandinavian Age of Gods. But as to why that happened, your guess is as good as mine. There can be variables of why that actually happened. Why does this Lostbelt look like this? What are those flames you saw on the northern mountains? And based on what we've been able to observe from the border, why does it look like there aren't any towns or cities like there were in proper human history? Are there even any other humans? If so, did they change into something else like the Yaga? We really do have a lot of unanswered questions. That's right. We still know practically nothing. The best we have right now is our estimation that the Age of Gods never ended here. If only a divine being would have the courtesy to show up and tell us what's going on. Stupid Lostbelt. I don't know, I can't think of any guys that go in for the whole exposition thing. Hey, at least you've got the adorable and knowledgeable Da Vinci on your side. Let's see, speaking of the situation here, right, I've still got to tell you about the Scandinavian Tree of Emptiness, but we aren't able to see it. I imagine not, particularly since the border couldn't see it with its sensor either. So, we should assume that this Lostbelt's Tree of Emptiness is being concealed somehow, which is why your mission objective includes finding it. Good luck, we're counting on you. Roger that. Good, that's what I like to hear. It really raises my hopes for your performance. Let's see, alright, and one more thing. I really hate to say this, but it's not possible to summon servants outside of battle here. What? There's no ley line? Because the border doesn't have enough power. Because there aren't any ley lines nearby or something. The border is running way low on power thanks to all the damage, but the biggest issue is the fact that we can't detect any ley lines. I bet it's because of all the magical energy intertwined with the ice and snow at the molecular level. I'm afraid it's also going to interfere with our long-range comms. Alternatively, the ice and snow's magical energy could be completely controlling both this Lostbelt's mana and history. So that would mean if someone were manipulating the ice and snow via magecraft, then it mean they are incredibly powerful. If we want to keep hypothesizing, I guess that if someone like this exists, they're also this Lostbelt's king or queen. Of course, it's possible this is just what this Lostbelt is like, but let's at least keep that possibility in mind. If I may. Hey, in short, our situation is highly precious. We have no choice but to send a mere 2-person team to explore further, despite the fact that we currently have no means of defending ourselves. I hope you can appreciate how difficult of a decision this was to reach. Pretty sure you already said as much earlier. Ha 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 ha. Good, good. Very well then. As the expedition team, you will leave first thing tomorrow morning at 0900. While we're on the subject, let's talk about your current destination too. Though we don't know where Cigar went after stealing the paper moon, we did detect a group of life forms approximately 150 kilometers northwest from the border's current location. I'm hoping it's a village, even though there wasn't one there on the 2019 map. Anyway, I think that'd be a good place to start asking around. I'll make sure to prepare some translation talismans before you leave, of course. I wish I could do more to help you too. Under normal circumstances, I'd be right there with you in the border. But this is the best we can do right now, I'm sorry. The shadow border still needs a lot of repair work to get it mobile again, and of course, zero sailing is currently out of the question. Still, at least you won't have to worry about the Ortinex. I spent the last 20 hours going over the whole thing with a fine-tooth comb. You shouldn't have to worry about it acting up after getting hit with a demonic sword anymore. Thank you, Da Vinci. The next time I see him, yep, you give him the what for. Okay, don't hold back on Siegfried's account. Yes, you're right, though I don't think we need to bring Siegfried into this. It sucks that we can't count on our comms. I wish we at least had one more fighter we could send with you. Yeah, having another heroic spirit around right now would be real welcome, especially one who could watch over the border for me. Oh no, you don't. Don't you even think about wasting our last bit of power on a summoning test. If you've got time to whine about things we haven't got, then get out there and find them. That's the smart way to go about this. Yeah, you've got a point. Alright, Mosh Dante. We're going to have to count on the two of you to find some help, and maybe even bolster our fighting forces into the bargain. Maybe there are other heroic spirits from proper human history here, like there were in Russia. Exactly. With any luck, there'll be a heroic spirit the land itself summoned here, like Beowulf and Billy. Alright, let's go over everything one last time. For this mission, you two have 3 primary objectives. First, take back the paper moon. Second, cut down the tree of emptiness. And third, find a path to the North Sea, of course. Those last 2 are more for extra credit, but the first one is absolutely crucial. So, let's get started with the information gathering and hopefully recruiting some fighters. We won't let this mission fail. Right, senpai. Very well then, let's begin tomorrow morning at 0900. Now, if there are no further questions, this briefing is concluded.